Hi, I'm Renee here at Imagination Station in Toledo, Ohio. Today, we're going to learn how to make worm composters. How would you take this, an apple core, and turn it into this, some good garden soil, with the help of these friends, some red wriggler worms? What we're going to do is make a nice environment for these worms to break down your food. Red wrigglers are decomposers. Just like fungi and bacteria, they help take organic matter and break it down into its nutrient components. To get started, you'll need several things. Some plastic containers. You can use ones like these, which came from the store, or you can reuse some containers that you have around your home. These are old cat litter containers, and I'm just going to be upcycling them. They've been cleaned out, so they'll make a nice habitat for the worms. You'll also need some newspaper, torn into shreds and moistened with some water. Or you can use something like coconut coir, which also makes a good substrate for the worms to live in. You will need red wriggler worms. It's important to use this species of earthworm because other earthworms, such as night crawlers, don't compost your food quite as well. And you'll need some food scraps. We're also going to need a drill and safety equipment. You're going to start with several of these containers. You'll need at least 2. The first one you're not going to put any holes in because we need the bottom container not to leak any liquid. It's going to be at the bottom to trap liquid. We're going to take a second container, and that's the one we're going to put the holes in. You'll want your holes to be about 1/4 of an inch in diameter. This will let any liquid drain out of the upper container so that your worms don't drown, but it's not so big that scraps of food will fall into the bottom container. There we go. You can also take your lid and drill a few holes in the lid so that there's airflow. Remember, worms are animals and they need oxygen too. Now we're ready to make our worms' habitat. Take the container that has the holes in the bottom, put it inside the container without any holes. Then you're going to add some of the damp newspaper. You can also add some coconut coir. Then add something for your worms to eat. And most importantly, the worms themselves. Finally, cover up the worms and the food with some more newspaper or coconut coir. You don't want the food exposed where other animals such as gnats or fruit flies might be attracted to them. Then your worm bin's done. About once a week, you can feed them bits of food, vegetable, or fruit matter. You don't want to feed them too often if you notice that there's food piling up and they're not getting to. Then you're feeding them too much and you should cut back. So about once a week is a good target. If your bin is filling up, you can add another level. Just drill some more holes in the bottom and you can put another tier. That way in the bottom, or the middle tier, can be the food that your worms have been working on composting, your almost finished worm castings. And the upper tier can be the newer food, the food that they're just beginning to work on. That's how you make a worm composter. If you like this and you learned something cool, check out our page on YouTube, like and subscribe to get more fun science activities like this.